So this is really exciting for me because we are in my hometown of Cayuga, and I get to bring you into a place that I'm really excited about. We're gonna go inside and we're gonna meet Jordan Fowler right here at the Carolinian. So here we are, we're behind the scenes in the kitchen right here at the Carolinian. Jordan, so excited to be here, my friend.
Thank you for coming, and we're really stoked to do this. This is a great opportunity for us to get our word out.
I love it.
It's gonna be,
Well, in doing that, you guys make some really cool stuff, and I'm excited to see what it is that you're gonna make for me today. So what is it?
So we're doing the Miramar chocolate bar. So two of our employees came up with this wicked layered chocolate bar. Starts off with a sugar cookie, then you got a layer of toffee, you got peanut butter, brownie, and then you're topped with a dark chocolate.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Killer.
Okay, so let's see how this comes together. The Miramar chocolate bar right here. Okay, let's see what we got.
So first off, we're making our base layer, which is a sugar cookie. This is it done here. So we start off by creaming everything in the mixer.
Yep.
We add in our eggs, we add in our dry ingredients, and then once that's all mixed up and ready to go, we end up with a nice...
So beautiful, so pretty traditional, straightforward sugar cookie base, but in something like this with all those layers, I can only assume that really simple is best here, right?
It absolutely is, and it just holds the whole thing together, right?
Then let's see the way that this comes.
So first off, we get the once we get the sugar cookie all ready to go, we got to knead the dough, make sure it brings up to temperature here. So we're going to give it a good knead. That way when we're rolling it out, it's nice and flat.
Yeah, look how smooth that is too, eh? So nice and buttery. And it's one of those things where you don't want this to have sort of that consistency of Play-Doh. If you take a look, as you press this, it kind of cracks a little bit. That's that sugar cookie. That's the sugar and the baking soda working with the butter to be able to really give it that sort of very specific texture. So when you roll this out too, you can see like actually like the temperature from your hands is softening this up, which is important because if it's too cold, it's not going to roll out properly, and by kneading it and bringing it together, it just sort of gives it all the love that it needs before it goes in the oven. Keeping your surface floured so that nothing sticks. It's just a little bit of a separation between your dough and the rolling pin as well as the table. See, this is the kind of stuff that I watched like my Nana do when I was growing up. My mom used to make all these types of simple sugar cookies, but using this as a base, I'm really excited to see how this is literally going to carry all those other layers.
And the other thing is we pride ourselves in doing everything in-house, right? We want it all to be done fresh. We're not buying in anything. We're taking all wholesome, real, whole ingredients and then just making it work. It's simple, but it just makes a huge difference.
I love it.
So we're just cutting it square so that we can, or into a rectangle, sorry, so that we can throw it onto our tray, baking sheet.
So what's next?
Yeah, so now we get into baking off the sugar cookie.
Okay.
So we just throw her in.
So what temperature do you bake it at?
So we do it at 350.
How long does it take?
About 8 minutes.
So not long at all?
Yeah, not too long. Yeah, this process is pretty straightforward, but it's the fact that we're layering so many different individual ingredients on top of each other. That's just making sure you have all those combined ingredients is the key. So the sugar cookie's out of the oven. It's nice and brown around the edges. We're gonna let it cool a little bit before we start to build the layers. But this is the fun part.
Okay.
So we started off with that sugar cookie. The next layer is a nice toffee. Then we go with the brownie, peanut butter on top, and then the last layer is our dark chocolate. We've put it into the freezer just to chill it a little bit because otherwise it'll kind of be a little bit droopy.
Just enough for it to set.
Exactly, just to set. So get that chocolate nice and then we just layer it on.
Oh my goodness. And what kind of chocolate are you using?
It's a dark chocolate.
Oh, so dark chocolate, brownie, peanut butter, toffee, all sitting on a sugar cookie base?
You got it.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. See, this is, if my wife was here right now, I don't even think I'd be able to get into this because she'd be all over it. Chocolate peanut butter, that's our jam. See what I did there? Peanut butter jam? Okay.
I like it.
All right. So what's next?
So once this has some time to set, we'll put it into the freezer just so that it gets nice and hard.
Okay.
And then once that's all done, we can get a nice cut on it and make sure it's, the layers are all done properly.
The slow motion anticipation is killing me here. Oh, right, so there's that crust. Oh, yes. You can see all of them, all your layers. The last thing that we have to do here is just eat and enjoy. So I'm a firm believer that a chocolate bar is meant to be eaten like a chocolate bar. So no Seinfeld cutting this with a knife and fork. Look at that. There are times when I have very high expectations for what it is that I'm about to eat. And with chocolate, peanut butter, and toffee, and all of that stuff in there, my expectations are not only met, but definitely exceeded. This is so good. It's actually a lot, it's not quite as dense as I thought it would be. There's so much in there, yet it's still tender, which is absolutely incredible. And nothing goes better than that with a nice dark roast coffee. So,
Yeah, so this is a Sumatra dark roast coffee from Relay Roasters.
I know Relay very well. So, so good. Well, Jordan, I can't even thank you enough. I'm so proud and so honored to have you guys right here in my hometown of Cayuga, because this is something that we desperately wanted, needed, and I'll tell you right now, you guys have something extremely special. You have to come here and you have to try this layered chocolate bar right here at the Carolinian, because this is Hamilton Eats. Cheers, brother. This is so, so good. Man. My pleasure, man. Thank you very, very much. Parmesan cheese. The rinds are good for nothing. Oh yes, they are. Take these rinds, save them, put them in a bag, put them in your freezer, and when you're ready, you're gonna make a quick, simple vegetable stock and add all of these gorgeous rinds into your stock. By the time this is all said and done, after simmering out for about 2 hours, you are gonna have the most beautiful, delectable Parmesan stock to make the greatest Parmesan and asparagus soup, chowder, you name it. Save those rinds and don't forget to stir it, because they will stick. So if you're looking for something amazing to pick up and take home to share with your friends or family, you're going to want to make your way to Burlington Street East between Sherman and Wentworth. And we're going to go inside and we're going to meet Rick right here at Hamilton Meat Pie Company. So behind the scenes right here at Hamilton Meat Pie Company, Rick, such a pleasure to be here today. Oh, well, thank you. You have an incredible operation in here. This is amazing. Yeah. You guys go through a crazy amount of meat pies on a regular basis.
Yeah, we're doing anywhere from 200 to 350 meat pies a day.
A day? Just out of your retail location?
Just out of our retail, yeah. We're not doing any wholesale at this point.
That is spectacular. Yeah. So what is it that you're going to be making for me today?
Well, we're going to do one of our big sellers. Okay, so this is the meatball pie. We just call it a meatball meat pie.
A meatball meat pie.
That's what it is.
I'm intrigued.
So
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so what it is we're going to go and add our ingredients. We start off with medium ground beef. Okay. We've got parmesan cheese.
And just a little bit of parmesan, as you can tell, right?
This recipe, just to let you know, this is pureed garlic.
Okay.
All right, our dry seasoning, which I'm not going to tell you what's in there.
Ooh, secret ingredients. Right. You know I like me some secret ingredients.
Breadcrumbs that we've seasoned, fresh parsley,
and
35% cream.
Oh,
this is a recipe that comes from my wife's grandmother, right out of Italy.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so these ones, they get mixed up. All right. Now, when we do this, we're not going to over-mix it too much.
Okay.
Because we have something fun that we're going to do with it, as you're going to see shortly.
I like that you put cream in here. I mean, that's an old school trick right there.
It is. All right. So we do our meatballs.
Yeah.
We make them all by hand.
Okay.
We make these in the tray format.
So you actually form these into meatballs first?
We do.
Right. Yeah. So you're putting these into meatballs. This is as authentic as you get, because I mean, you can make a meatball meat pie by just sort of making seasoned ground beef and stuff, but no, you're roasting these meatballs on their own.
So these are going to get braised in our sauce, okay?
Okay, classic tomato sauce.
So this is as simple as our sauce goes in.
Okay.
All right. We just make sure that our meatballs are properly covered. All right.
Oh, that's pretty.
Over to the oven we go. So these go in.
Right.
They braise for about 2 hours. Low temperature.
What temp do you have your oven set at?
We're going 3 1/4.
3 1/4. You're right. So yeah, pretty low, just nice and slow.
End result is the meatballs braised. So there you have the meatballs ready to go, right? Now this is where the real fun comes in.
Okay.
All right, because our next step on this one is we're going to go ahead and we're going to smash them. All right?
Okay.
So we're going to end up with a chunky meat sauce.
Right.
But we're not just going to do, as you say, season it up like it tastes like a meatball.
Right.
We're going to make the meatball in the sauce, and then we go through.
Yes! I love it.
And this is where the fun is. So then we smash it.
You're gonna get all of that sort of traditional meatball flavor because it's baked like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
so good.
Yeah. And we're not going to take it all the way down, like we can smash it all the way down. We want to leave some chunks so that as you're eating it, you're still getting, you know, some of those chunks of meatball, so you're still getting the taste of meatball going on in your mouth. You're eating a piece in there.
So nice and rustic.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. So here's our finished. Now we don't use it from hot. We always have to let it cool because you have to let the fats and everything congeal and come together.
Beautiful.
Right? So these cool for a couple hours, and then they go into the fridge. And once they're fully set, all right, then they go into the shells.
Oh, and you're not messing around with this. See, look at that portion.
Yeah, we do a full 8 ounce. So you've got 8 ounces of meat into these.
Amazing.
Yeah. Our tops go on.
And you make all your pastry and stuff here too, right?
Yeah, we do all of this here. Yeah, and then we do old school crimping with the fork. All right. So
my Nona would be very proud of you right now.
So it's a simple round and round we go. All right. Egg wash.
Beautiful. Yeah. Helps to give it that nice golden crust.
Yeah. And when we do our egg washes, we don't add any liquids to them.
So
just straight egg. Yeah, we puree the egg so it's nice and smooth. All right.
See, that's something a lot of people don't know either, is that, because often a recipe will call for adding a little bit of water in to sort of, to stretch out your egg wash. But if you go whole eggs, no water, you get this beautiful sort of rich golden. So once it's egg washed, then what do we do?
Okay, off to the oven we go.
We're gonna bake it.
All right. So these go in. We get them in. They take approximately 20 minutes, start to finish. All right. And here is end result.
And this is your baked meatball meat pie.
There it is.
So when we come right down to this, I got to tell you, I need to bring in my special taste tester who I brought in for us today. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is Ryan. This is my son. And Ryan is what we like to call at home the meatball monster. Nobody can crush a meatball like this kid right here, right? You hold that title pretty proud. So I think it's time. You ready? There's your fork.
Thank you.
Here's mine. Let's open this up. Let's take a look inside. You ready? All right. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Let's taste this. That's hot too.
Amazing.
Yeah? What do you think? That's good, eh?
Pretty incredible.
And how would you compare this meatball to anything else that you've ever had?
I'm speechless.
So he takes after his dad, and I'll tell you, speechless is the best compliment you could possibly have. This is really good. Pastry's delicate. The meatball, the flavor on this is spectacular. I love the way the subtle herbs come together because it tastes authentic, like an actual meatball that's stuffed in the meat pie. What'd you get there?
I said I could definitely taste that parsley.
Nice. That little bit of freshness brings it all together. Well, Rick, I gotta tell you, if he says it's amazing, it is absolutely spectacular. Really excited for this.
Excellent.
We are right here at Hamilton Meat Pie Company. Come check it out right here on Hamilton Eats.
So good.
So if you use garlic half as much as I do, there's a couple of really good tricks. And what we're gonna do first is I've got some chopped garlic here, but if I wanna mince this, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add in a generous amount of salt, and with the side of my knife, I'm gonna grind this and press it so that it helps to mince. Now with the texture of the salt, it really helps to mince that together so that you get this nice, gorgeous paste. You can continue that all the way through. But not only that, if I am gonna chop all of this garlic, I don't want this to oxidize and go bad after a day, which means it'll start to go brown. So when I put it into a container, I'm gonna take some oil, and I've got some olive oil or canola oil, and put just enough on top to cover it. So now this garlic will stay fresh in your fridge for a whole week. That is how you use garlic. So if you find your way to Dundas and you're looking for a great spot with some fun, inspiring, fresh cuisine, you're gonna go just north of Market Street, and we're gonna go inside right now and we're gonna meet chef and owner Mike right here at Betula. Behind the scenes again in someone else's kitchen. Mike, always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, it's great to have you here.
So what is it that you're going to be making for us today?
So we're doing our crispy green bean dish.
Okay.
It's very, very simple. It's based loosely on green bean tempura.
Okay.
We use a mixture of potato starch, cornstarch, and water to get the desired crispiness.
Cool, so non-traditional tempura, I like it.
Non-traditional, yeah. Just to get our desired crispiness, and we basically take the green beans, put them in there, just get like a very thin coating on it.
Okay.
And then it goes to the deep fryer. All right, so yeah, we just try and keep the green beans separated, drop them in to get them a nice crisp, and by the time it's crisped up, the green beans are cooked all the way through.
I like that you put the extra little bit of batter into the oil so you get all those nice crispy bits.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's ready. All right.
I love how crispy they are.
Yeah, so they get a really nice crisp coating. Just a little bit of salt on top. So as you can see, they're nicely cooked.
Yeah, you can see it's almost like this.
The potato starch,
super flaky.
Yeah, the potato starch really kind of bursts when it hits, and you can see the little bubbles that make it nice and crisp.
So now that everything's nice and crisp and you have everything, what's next?
Now we finish it off. So we're just going to take our fresh arugula,
right?
Mix it up, season it up. We're going to use our house-made cider maple vinaigrette here.
Cider and maple vinaigrette.
Yeah.
I like it. So
yeah,
you're going to get some sweetness and acidity all at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to work out really well with all sort of the nutty, crisp, buttery baby arugula as well.
Yeah, it's meant to kind of cut through the fattiness, right, of the deep fried green beans, right?
Yeah. So you've got this sort of beautiful combination of warm and crisp and fried, as well as fresh and vibrant and delicious, all in one. I love it.
So now we're going to take our crispy green beans, which you can hear are really crisp.
They really are. You know, you probably should use a big pair of tweezers.
Bigger tweezers.
Yeah.
I've been on the lookout for them actually. So we probably try and get it nice in the center of the plate, make it look presentable. All right.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that coating.
Yeah. And then we try and create as much height as possible, so we get the arugula on top.
And that little toss that you did there helps to like almost massages that arugula and brings that dressing into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then obviously the money with the nice parmesan. We go pretty heavy on that. And then just a simple garnish. People like to give it a little squeeze of lemon.
Makes sense.
Right before you eat it, and then our really nice finishing oil.
And this is a special olive oil, is it not?
So yeah, this is a non-filtered, cold-pressed virgin olive oil from Portugal.
Amazing.
Yeah, that we get from the Urban Vine, which is downtown Dundas.
Amazing. So still beautiful quality, supporting one of the other local businesses.
Yeah.
While you have all of these incredible flavors. Now this looks spectacular.
Yeah, it's one of the favorites.
So I think what I'm most excited about with this is the contrast between this sort of fresh, vibrant arugula salad with the crispy beans. And it's just that. That's perfect. Because, oh wow. I don't think I've ever had a tempura like this before. It's really, really crisp, and it's not oily. It doesn't carry the oil like often a tempura will.
Yeah.
Super crisp, and I mean, it lends so amazing to this beautiful sort of freshness in the salad, yet it's still deep fried. It's like this, it doesn't make sense, yet it makes perfect sense all at the same time. The maple cider vinaigrette that you have on there is so delicate, and it's so mild, but it complements everything so well. And somebody who's always after my heart puts that much cheese on there. This is a beautiful, beautiful dish. Mike, I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Thank you so much, man. This is Betula Restaurant, and this is Hamilton Eats.